You're Kenyan Canadian or Canadian Kenyan?
I'm a Kenyan without a hyphen. Kenyan without a hyphen.
Your passport is Kenyan?
Of course.
Went to school in Kenya? Finished
everything in Kenya, except for university I finished abroad because Moi decided that he did not want us around. He did not want people who questioned him. He did not want people who interrogated his administration, his tyrannical, dictatorial administration.
Okay.
He did not want people who demanded rights. He did not want Kenyans who wanted the society to be transformed and to become more democratic. So he kicked us out and forced us into exile, and I was one of them. So I finished my university education in Canada. But that doesn't make me a Canadian, because if it did, then all the Kenyans that have studied abroad would also have to say that they belong to those countries where they studied.
Okay.
Including Jaramogi Oginga Odinga, who studied in Makerere. Okay. And Jomo Kenyatta, who lived in Britain for a very long time and never traveled on a Kenyan passport, traveled on the British colonial passport. Remember, after Jomo became president and even prime minister, he never left Kenya. Never traveled once outside Kenya.
Why is
but
that?
Before then, I think he probably feared flying.
But he had flown before.
Yes, and you become, I don't know, maybe he flew because he had to. Actually, he did not fly. Let me correct that. When Jomo Kenyatta went to Britain, he went by ship. Remember, there were no flights to London. So it may well be that other than probably flying in Europe, and there's no guarantee he did fly in Europe, he may have traveled by ship then.
Okay.
Jomo Kenyatta could be the only president in Africa who never flew.
Okay. So that one out of the way, you are Kenyan, you went to exile. Sasa wewe ulijificha huko.
No. How do you jificha?
Si exile is kujificha.
No. When I was exiled, did I sneak out? For example, the one that
kicked
happened.
out.
Yeah, they force you out.
Okay.
You know, cowards always force those that they fear out.
So when this last one happened, the one that we all know, the I'm not boarding one,
no,
that
it's
one
not about I'm not boarding. The one where they tried to force me out, and initially I refused. And then eventually they simply put me in the plane by force.
So they had asked you initially, Toka?
No. They tried to push me by force into a plane.
No, before the plane pushing.
They did not tell me where they were taking me. They just came and took me to the airport and put me there waiting for hours until the flight that they tried to force me into. Then when that time came, they surrounded me with guns and pushed me physically into the plane. Didn't you hear behind them shouting?
And there was a lot of commotion.
Right, and there were a lot of guns. Yeah. But of course, the Kenyan media, being what it is, decided not to show the guns. Their camera was focused on me, not the guns pointed at me, which is ridiculous because they should have been showing the country the guns.
No, they're showing the news.
And I told them, no,
you are the news.
The guns are the news. Because how did I end up there? I ended up there because people came and broke into my home using explosives, abducted me, and kept me in detention, incommunicado, without access to anyone for 6 days. So how come these questions are never asked? Who are these people? What was their intention? Why didn't they take me to court? If somebody has committed a crime, you actually charge them and take them to court. In 1982, when they accused Raila Odinga of trying to overthrow the government, they took him to court. Dedan Kimathi was taken to court. Ochuka Ezekiel, who led the coup in 1982, was taken to court before he was hanged. Everybody was taken to court. How come I was not taken to court? So they feared me more than the British feared all those people, and more than Moi feared Raila Odinga. right? The question you should be asking is why.
This is Legrand from Simple Generations.